Staying with this the Centaur, good game for him. And his Ember Spirit. Make sure the Faceless Void gets towards that late game. As we know, he is an absolute beast once you get past 30, 35 minutes. And game one here underway. Smoke out from Spirit. Looks like Virtus.pro not going to go for the smoke. Just slowly walking out there. They don't need to because Sayosh has already TP'd double ward.
It's the power of NP. You place down observer wards. And yeah, you might be able to see them. But not a big fan of Mirana. It's not the strongest hero, not the strongest position for at the moment. You do have two beefy boys. Like, you have no problems with stunning, setting things up with Tiny, Avalanche DOS combo, or just Primal Beast running in, plus Pulverize. So there's some to it. It's just that I feel there's a lot of heroes that are just doing better job than Mirana at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's just player on hero, right? It's Mirana.
Yeah.
Just give me the hero. It's my name's in it.
What would you play?
I don't know. I mean, Warlock says by the power of Garrosh.
Yeah, by the power of Gareth.
Yeah. So I'll go with him and play a bit of Warlock. Right now, Virtus.pro. See pretty much everything coming their way. Up at the top rune spot. Keep Collapse and Mira at bay. While down at bottom, a great two-man stomp from Noticed. Gets them the double runes there. So 3 for VP. As the Faceless Void should find that final fourth one on the map. Good old start. But off to lanes we go. Yatoro and Miposhka. Troll and Phoenix. Mid lane Ember versus Tiny. And Phoenix seems pretty decent in lane nowadays. He always felt kind of slow, sluggish, waiting for stuff to get done. But Fire Spirits, I think Blood Grenade.
Blood Grenade,
has been
that's
really
the
big
big
thing,
one.
right?
It really enables some of these heroes to do like what they want to do. Kill. You want to go in, lose all your HP because your spells cost HP as well. Get a trade. Maybe your carry gets solo XP, and then you come back to the lane. But having something else to set up for your Icarus dive, having more slows, having something for Fire Spirits feels really nice. And you can see FNG, he's in trouble. Collapse, didn't connect it, but he's still gonna die.
It is bloody annoying, though. First blood for Mira, dies to FNG in the end, so Kiritich time walked forward, doesn't get the kill claim. A stomp down bottom, man. This Noticed fella just gets in there with a two-man hits time after time. We have techies with, what, double circle and a bunch of branches. We're just trading hits with Mira so effectively in that top lane. Standing and plinking away. Arana does have that bracer now, so tanking up a touch, dodging the sticky bomb. Maybe trying to drag this large camp across and pull the wave. FNG in a good spot to stop it. Yeah, little Centaur Courser back into the camp. And down bottom lane, VP have dragged the wave close to their tier 1, so looking pretty healthy down here as well.
Yatoro getting initiated on. Bit of a stun action from Noticed. First TP rotation, that's what I want to see from Sayush. Where he's going to go, buys another Blood Grenade, has one already available. But yeah, should definitely be in top. They're waiting for FNG to hit level 2. Kiritich getting closer to level 3. That's pretty big because he got solo XP from killing Mirana. If you have 1-1-1 on Faceless Void, it's a lot of slow, potential time lock damage coming out.
You start ramping up much quicker. Not really going to be able to do too much to Collapse. Beefy boy. And Mirana sitting tucked in behind.
And you also can't go on Mirana. He decided to go for Leap, level 2. Get out of that Sprout. Leap away from the trouble. So they will need to pick off Collapse instead. They will need to force a fight where Collapse uses his Onslaught and then try to go for him. Mira, very aggressive Leap.
It's like they've purposely picked these two heroes to not get killed by Prophet, right? These two heroes are going to be skipping out of Sprouts, running out. Difficult for Sayosh to actually come up here and get too much done. And then mid lane Tiny, kind of hard to go on as well. Yatoro and Miposhka. Spread fight here. Phoenix on the Centaur. Troll has zoned the Prophet back. Now switches targets back onto Noticed, who's out in the open. Does get a good stomp down. Blood Grenade thrown. Yatoro dropping low. Dies, but gets the kill just after falling. Miposhka actually claims it. Very far up from the Nature's Prophet. A few more hits here. Miposhka in the Sprout. The Blood Grenade thrown out. Sayush ticking low.
He's dead.
And dying to the Blood Grenade. Oh, man. 2 for 2 in the bottom lane, 2 double kills, everyone's dead.
Flag bearer creep. He was waiting with that blood grenade, wanted to throw it, but yeah, there's a lot of XP going the way of Nature's Prophet. He's been in all of those kills, but so did Miposhka. Level 3, 3.25 on Phoenix already.
Squad X pretty low in that mid lane. Gonna regen up a bit with the bottle. 4 minutes coming up. Lol wants to head down south, but Nature's Prophet already there. Instead, goes for the damage. Tree grab, trying to chase the Squad X Ember and gets the solo kill.
Whew, this is massive. Tiny getting a solo kill against Ember. Picking up his rune. There's one available still bottom, but he also might go for enemy bounty rune if he feels like it. A bit too aggressive. I don't think they were on the same page. Sayush wanted to TP mid, refill his bottle, but Ember decided to just run away.
Up at top, collapse, getting up in the face of the void. 23 and 5 for the Primal Beast. Everybody farming decently, just the Centaur starting to lag behind a few last hits, a wave or so. Down at bottom, Troll gets up in his face again. It's not been easy for the Centaur. This lane against the Troll Warlord, you said it right, ranged heroes, double ranged against this melee fella.
I'm glad you noticed that he's not having a good time in this bottom lane. It's really tough. Like, this is... They got counterpicked. 2 ranged heroes into Troll. Not much he can do.
Very challenging. Trying to go and collapse top. Let's see how tanky he is. Mira standing there, just plinking away at Kiritich, who does have 6 stick and a time walk. Not really under threat of dying just yet. Mira is going to give it a good shot with a jump in the Starstorm. Getting under the skin of VP, irritating them as much as they can in this laning stage. Now we're going to see Phase Boots collapse, salving up. TP forward with a blast off from FNG. They get onto this Primal Beast, but he's got Trample and Onslaught. FNG gets turned on, collapse straight through, runs into Kiritich and does get taken down as Mira sprouted now. No leaps available.
Leap charges.
11 Wand and a Lotus there, but opted not to use it. Dies instead to a double kill for Kiritich.
This is massive. Sayush got 3 Urn of Shadow charges from that one, so use one on Faceless Void, who will go back to full HP from it, and Tango. The power of NP. He understands that he can't play with Notice in the bottom lane, and look at Notice, what he's maxing out. Retaliate. He's prepping for jungle, but there is going to be a TP rotation. Tekis is coming. FNG.
Sprout. Yeah, Taro gets out of that. They bring a couple down. Miposhka not going to be found. No actual vision here for VP. So FNG's made this move, not gained anything yet. Would love to get a grab on this Phoenix now. Shows himself, throws the mine towards the Troll. That's going to be that now, though. We haven't even had to make a move here as Tiny or Mirana. Looks like Mira's going to go back and get the Wisdom Rune. Tiny farming out of camp after pushing the wave as well.
in. Got stunned.
Oh, he gets it. Wisdom Rune for the Prophet. Double for VP. Mira trying to fight back here. Dangerous spot to be in, running back and forth. Wants a little bit of backup, but I don't know. Is Collapse coming?
Collapse is coming.
Scanning. Another Sprout. Mira pops the 11-1 charges, heals back up decently. Sayo's going to get arrowed back again.
Healing Lotus available on Mira.
Oh, the blood grenade.
Doesn't use it.
Mira dies. Collapse will get revenge.
Okay, maybe he wanted to give Collapse solo XP.
I just get him to that level 6 faster.
Yeah, it's a setup for your arrow, so maybe there's a chance to kill Faceless Void, Kiritich. In top, well, time walk away, any kind of damage Collapse does.
It does have that Chrono now. Potential there. If he wants to go through Twin Gate, maybe look towards that Troll bottom. 8-minute rune. What are we going to see? Squadix, not getting his hands on it. Laurel has already bottled up the amp damage. Mira and Collapse were moving in towards mid as well, guarding that top rune spot. FNG
misses.
Doesn't land it. There's that raindrops on the Troll now as well, so he's pretty heavily protected with Fairy Fire, the drops, and the stick. Pulverized top lane. Combo with the arrow, like you said, sets it up perfectly. And they've got the damage just about. That onslaught right on time to make sure no time warp comes in.
Yeah, that's pretty big. Catches him on the side, isolates, nice arrow coming out from Mira. Support still under-leveled. It started really good for Team Spirit, but yeah, stealing away XP rune is going to cause some problems. Sayush, as you can see, about to crack level 6 here.
And closing in on that Spirit Wrestle too. Gives him so much more kill threat now on the map. Collapse on the run. Iritich in towards him. FNG's right behind, so they'll spend the chrono here. I don't know if they've got the damage for this. Even with the blast off, Collapse, incredibly tanky. 8 wand, Lotus, and pulverized turn. Collapse
Tiny's
low,
coming.
the arrow's coming. Tiny arrives. Collapse is dead. The arrow didn't quite land, I think.
Neither did the Avalanche.
Trying to get away. Lol does finish off the techies, but now he's in danger. Great Sprout there, gonna hold him out at the pass. Squadix rotation gonna clear up. A couple of massive kills. As 2 cores trade out for a techies.
Virtus.pro, they're so happy about this trade, killing 2 cores for FNG. And it also relieves pressure off Noticed in this bottom lane, who is silently farming. You know, lowest net worth core at the moment, but tough lane for him. Will recover.
Yeah, I mean, the difference maker is Nature's Prophet, right? This position 4 has got a pretty tremendous amount of farm for support so far. We're going to get cut short, though, as Mira and Collapse straight up here to get the kill and also guard the rune. Looks like Squadix has already bottled up the shield down bottom, though. Now, looking for level 6 on this Phoenix. Miposhka, given that mid lane, doesn't want to get dived by the Ember Spirit. Probably has to hand the reins over to Tiny now anyway. Oh, that was nice. He dropped his Tranquils, so he didn't get tagged by the Ember.
Yeah, all these small plays these professional e-gamers are doing. Loving it.
They've got the skills. Battle Fury Troll. All queued up. I love Yatoro. He just like knows what items he wants. Him and K1 have the quick buy set for the next like 30 minutes very often.
K1's one of the few guys that almost never changes his item build. Like a lot of the times, you know, he was the one who invented the Midas Radiance. He was the one who was pushing it the most. Oh, Yatoro.
He's duped him a little bit. Do they have another stun? Yeah, noticed he's in there. TP's going to get cancelled by the rest of Spirit. They knew Yatoro was dead without any response. And this is how quickly VP can play, right? With these remnants, TPs, the ability to get across the map quickly. All of a sudden, there's 3, 4, 5 heroes there around the Troll Warlord. A tier 1 for the Centaur should be an easy one, as they can go through that twin gate and maybe move top. And Collapse looking to scout out FNG. The Faceless Void looks like he's spotted Mirana. The tower has already fallen. And FNG getting slapped down by the Primal Beast.
Solo kill, solo XP for Collapse.
And a solo kill for the Faceless Void as well, it looks like, as Mirana gets chronoed.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of Faceless Void skipping Mask of Madness, because it can be, you know, tricky, silencing yourself for 6 seconds and then you just die afterwards, but it's the damage that you need most of the time. Another move from Collapse.
I mean, Laurel has been saved there by Collapse. It looked like the Tiny was dead, but this Primal Beast comes in the nick of time. Stops the Prophet, kills him off, gets the Ember out here as well. And now a few TPs back in towards mid lane. Miposhka has level 6. Mirana's arriving. Not sure what the 2 supports can do in tandem here against an Ember and a Techies. At the very least, they'll pressure the tier 1 with a creep wave.
Collapsed now, on top of net worth by far. 7,000 net worth on Primal Beast, has bubbled. This hero is so difficult to kill. They need to bring like 3 heroes to burst him down. Has tons of armor, and he was thinking about picking up Blink Dagger, but because he's having such a good game, they need someone to run in. Oh, and speaking of running in, Laurel with the Blink Dagger, Arrow with Snipe him.
Yeah, speaking of running in, speaking of Blink Daggers, yeah, Tiny does everything you want. That's why the 2 supports were there. Ready and set up to help out Laurel. Tier 1 might crumble as well in a matter of seconds, as the Tiny can make the move with the next creep wave. And this gives a lot of space, you know, the little pocket created of safety for Yatoro. Get towards that Battle Fury, which isn't too far away now, 13, 14 minutes in.
Dire's middle tower is under
Noticed
attack.
recovering nicely as well. Almost 6k net worth in third spot. You said that Retaliate's going to allow him to recover, and it's doing exactly that after a pretty rough laning stage. Centaur is back in fighting shape.
Yeah, there are two items that you want to find on Centaur. Neutral ones, Seeds of Serenity and Bubble. Bubble is just superior, but Seeds of Serenity also does the job. Or you can spam your double edge, have that extra regeneration. And would you look at that, Gary? Ember
it?
Spirit with the Mage Slayer.
Tiny's going to get one as well. Oh, yes. Wisdom runes, Yatoro, FNG. Invis for Squadix. That could be an interesting rune to play with. Kiritich, 15 seconds until next Chronosphere. A little lull until that comes back up. Quite a lot of vision put down here by Team Spirit. Double wards in that top jungle, one watching their own triangle defensively. And Phoenix holding down bottom. It really does feel like they're doing a lot here, putting a lot of effort into protecting the troll. They're bodyguarding with vision.
And I like this bottom ward that they placed. It's giving them a lot of vision. Like, this is not going to get dewarded. It's, yeah, the one on the left. It's just, you know, right there, standing. But I feel like this is going to be full duration. People are trying to find new spots for the wards in the lanes, because you don't want to put them on the hill most of the time. These are the ones that you deward easiest. And how's Centaur doing here? He's recovering, as you said, nicely. You know, more farm than Tiny right now, who got a solo kill early on, has Blink Dagger available, going into Internal Shroud. Pretty standard stuff.
Yeah, would love to get some more kills off the back of that Blink, but it's been a pretty calm one as a VP, allowing Team Spirit to farm on their side of the map. You know, this gentleman's agreement just to do what you want on your side. And yeah, you're right. I think the big one especially is like top dire jungle, the double high ground columns. A single sentry can deward both of them at the same time. You just don't want to be putting them up there, and it's so easy to spot them out. Neproshka lurking, waiting for creep waves to come crashing down towards that tier 2 bottom. A lane ward there from VP this time around, potentially spotting him. And VP looks like they're bringing numbers into mid to guard the tier 1. Still hasn't been broken down by the Tiny.
Yeah, both of these teams, they don't have most tower damage. None of these heroes like push like crazy until Troll starts to bash at those towers, but you still need to take the fight first. Blast off.
Here we go. Tiny very low. The Troll trying to fight back. Mine's dropped. Yatoro struggling to stick on a target. Pulverize on the left, but the Chrono comes. Kiritich right on top of Yatoro. Can they save him with a battle trance and a turnaround? Looks like he might be able to stand his ground and fight a little bit, but he's so low. One more hit will do the trick. He's staying alive to the Sun Ray, but Yatoro is earned and killed. Squadix with the finish. 3 down on Team Spirit, and Collapse might be joining them now. Oh, gets away from Noticed, who tried to blink and stop, but they've got the chase forward anyway regardless. Squadix picking up the triple, and Phoenix. Oh, the Ember. Does he? No, he doesn't.
Oh, does not want to commit. Had one remnant available just now, but yeah, you're fighting into Ember Spirit with Arcane Rune. Want to see how many slides that was. Probably like 7, 8, maybe even more. It's yeah, it's quite a lot, but the damage, 4,000 damage coming out just from him. Catching Tiny, they understand that if they kill Tiny, their damage output is gonna be coming from Primal Beast. Troll still deals some of the damage, but yeah, catching him inside Chrono, almost managing to kill him instantly. Kiritich dodges the arrow, but at least Yatoro gets a return kill before he dies.
Yeah, they need to be the ones getting the jump. Like if VP are able to open the fight and allow the Void to come in as a second wave of initiation, it is really tough for Team Spirit to battle back. And yeah, my fight recap anyway said 6 sleights of fist at the very least. Plenty of damage, and that Mage Slayer being applied to everyone as well. It causes problems for heroes like everyone's doing magic damage. Trolls throwing axes, Tiny's chucking avalanches and tosses. All the spell damage being negated pretty heavily by Squadix, who now finished off a Veil and is pretty close to a Shiva's Guard. Just a recipe away.
Shiva's Guard, yeah. The Shiva's is just a strong item right now. Can they burst him? Arrow will hit.
Trying to catch with the Pulverize after Arrow. They get it. Big kill, and Noticed getting chased down as well. This is the thing. Team Spirit, they are able to get some big damage out onto these targets if they get the jump. Collapse tossed forward. Lands down with a third onto the Centaur. 2 core kills. The blast off from FNG. Comes in with the reactive taser.
He's
Getting
low on
pushed around
mana.
by the onslaught. Laurel is low. Collapse trying to defend his Tiny. Trampling over the Nature's Prophet. Sayush in trouble, but they've lost Laurel already. Yatoro, he's joining in. 18.5 minutes. We're diving tier 3s at this point. Nature's Prophet finally falls. FNG surviving. Kill on the back lines. His Faceless Void finding the Mira Marana. Bloodbath. 17-16. In the middle of this game, 20 minutes in, everyone's just battling.
Yeah, battling it out in 2 fronts. Kiritich finding I believe there was a solo kill. Yeah, somebody else was participating in that one, but very deep team spirit. You said diving near the tier 3 tower. Unfortunately, FNG did not have enough mana. He had 2 proximity mines available, and if he planted those, reducing their magic resistance could have been much worse for Spirit.
It could have been huge. And now we're looking at BKB Primal Beast. Completely different game for him now. Can just freely dive into the back lines. Look for the techies.
Nothing to
Potentially
stop
find
him
the
from
void.
charging in. Unless you want to land the chrono, onslaught cannot be stopped.
A tiny going Kanda. After that Mage Slayer. And of course we've got Aghanim Scepter and stuff down the line as well.
Light Collector. When this item was like first added to the game, I didn't like it too much, but somehow I overlooked 10% move speed. This is massive, and in this game it's pretty good. I see Collapse having it. You're playing against Nature's Prophet. You cut down those trees. You don't care about Sprout, so you can get rid of your Quelling Blade and have something else.
Well, I don't blame you. There's a wall of text there of stuff it does. You're like, yeah. The move speed right down to the fine print on a contract, right? It's like 10% move speed. 7.35. New item. Brilliant. Great tooltip.
What else do you need?
Nothing. Oh, Yatoro. Atheltrans? Yeah, go on then. Nice, easy Tormentor.
Yeah, that would... Okay, so Phoenix was the one who already had the shard. It was between Mira and Laurel, so they would definitely love Laurel to pick it up. Would increase his farming capabilities, his tree throw as well, extra 100 damage. Marana's shard.
What is it? Is it still the leap stuff?
Yeah, it's damage and extra leap.
Okay. They keep adding stuff to this leap shard. It's like,
It's still not great.
Free shard is a free shard. Not going to complain. Miposhka popping in to the Roche pit. See what we can find over there. Gets an interesting ward there off to the far right-hand side. A sticky bomb chasing the Phoenix mid-dive.
Where's
He's
he
off
go?
the
What
map.
is this?
I don't know. There's tufts of grass and the edge of the world. See the waterfalls and the ice caps on that from the flat map that we live on.
Yeah, the Dota world is flat. It's not a globe. Same as in real world. Just kidding. And they're gonna go for Roche. They have more than enough damage. Let's see if Spirit decides to take that fight. Yatoro, no TP for 30 seconds, so he's not gonna be there.
Nice smoke and come out of the pit now.
Top tower is under attack.
Team Spirit moving across. They could get met with some serious resistance. Centaur front line gets the jump. Mira leaps out. Still got stunned. Laurel, Avalanche to hold them back for now. Collapse once in. Noticed a little isolated. Does have the backup of Squadix and Kiritich.
Oh,
The
del
toss,
chrono.
though, stops the chrono. Kiritich half HP. Got to back himself up. Notice Stampy's forward and they've got the kill on Laurel. That's a nice one. And like you said, Yatoro, no indication that he's even going to join this fight. He's still up at top lane.
Does have TP available now, so he can TP to tier 2 tower, maybe TP to an outpost, but that's a bit of a risky one. Faceless Void was mid-animation to cast that Chronosphere. Gets tossed, and this should be the kill of Roshan. Very even game. 17-17, less than 1k gold lead for Spirit.
Still going to feel pretty good having Faceless Void. Slightly advantage now with this Aegis take. Chrono at the ready. Didn't have to spend anything for a little team fight win and a pick on the Tiny.
And this is the build that I mentioned. I've seen Yatoro play it so many times. Sanjin Yasha, after Battle Fury, into Aghanim Scepter. So you can dispel yourself, you can dispel enemies. Great against Ember. Against his shield, against Taser, time dilation.
Yeah. Plenty of good stuff. That you can get rid of. FNG set up a little minefield on that bottom twin gate, and they're all going to move up top, prep themselves for this top lane push. Tier 1 still standing, so easy pickings to gather up that little bit of bonus gold on the map. That's already waiting for them. And BKB is not too far away from a couple of these dire cores either. Faceless Void, about 1,000 away. Centaur's got his Eternal Shroud, so he's tanky as hell. And Ember Spirit, yeah, finished off the Shivers Guard a few K away from BKB himself. What's that? Stampede mid? Noticed. Lands the stomp on Yatoro. Avalanche. It's there to provide a bit of protection, and the cut through the trees gets Yatoro to safety. Immediate smoke. Look at that VP there. They're hungry. Blood in the water here. The bear can smell meat from miles away. Angry jump onto Lol. Toss back. Still ability with a slight in the chains and a follow through from Noticed. Kiritich will start bashing away, wailing on the tiny. Lol dead again. Meanwhile, backlines. They've silenced up this Phoenix, and they've got the potential with that gap close of Squadix. Orchid Nature's Prophet.
That's position 4, by the way, who's going to start to scale. On the other side, you have Mirana, which is not really a hero that can scale. You gave him a free shard. He's building into utility items of Vlad's, but the damage output from Mirana and the impact is not going to be even close to what Nature's Prophet brings.
Yeah, I mean, we've got that potential with Pulverizing Arrow, or we had that potential. Now it feels it's kind of gone out of the window. No solo pickoffs available because VP are playing as this tight-knit group. All 5 together, no one isolated or showing on the map. And when someone is out on the map, it's a Prophet or an Ember who have the ability to TP back to rejoin their team. Very difficult task here for Spirit to get a foothold on this map. Especially with mines being placed everywhere. We'll see what Yatoro can do. Top of the net worth, Troll Warlord. Definitely capable. And he is somewhat of a counter, like you were saying in the draft. This Ember, this Faceless Void. Mirana up at top, going to get picked off. Sayush with yet another kill for this Pos 4 Prophet. But look at mid. Heyo, they've caught the Void. Aegis is there. Kiritich going to lose his first life. Now, what's the follow-through plan? Look at that shiny golden skyward Aegis. In we jump, out we go.
Might need to drop the chrono.
Left-hand side. There are mines up on this high ground, but he does just drop the chrono straight onto the Troll Warlord. The mine's blowing him up with this supernova. The egg just keeps going. They can't finish it off. They've killed Kiritich. Notice now, stuck in the midst of them all. A Team Spirit getting blasted off, upon by FNG, but Law's still alive. Finished by Squadix. Ember Spirit zip-zaps off to the right-hand side. 3 for 2. But Team Spirit fighting through Chrono, through hell and high water.
Beautiful supernova there, and also Laurel jumps in, defends that supernova, gets the toss, gets the avalanche on 2 heroes, and then drops the tree grab. They immediately start to run away. Unfortunately, Faceless Void, he did not have his courier. I believe his courier died while having BKB on it, so... Oof. It was flying out. If he has BKB, I think that's a bit of a different fight, but he's still very burstable. Even though he does have, 1,600 HP, he dies. They do have enough stuns, enough burst damage to take him down.
Yeah, he took 850 damage, so magical damage from the Phoenix. The other 800 damage was from the Troll Warlord. So absolutely right. If he had that BKB, just negates all of the Phoenix damage, and he's fine.
We talked about scaling, but Boschka, he picked up Hand of Midas. He's gonna scale. Level 14 from that fight, he got like 2 levels, and going into Hex next. This has been the build on Phoenix for quite some time. Without Hand of Midas, though. You want to pick up your shard as soon as possible, and then go into Hex, Icarus Dive, Hex Initiation.
Yeah, but that Midas is like, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. And usually when you do, you feel sad about it. Ember and Nature's Prophet just out of the woodwork, appearing out of nowhere. You're a tiny farm in camps, there's a ward that spotted you, and now you've got 4 heroes basically whacking on your head. Yatoro is going to make the most of this, though, as 4 heroes show. Gets the tier 2 up at top, so opens a bit of map space for himself. Same story down bottom for VP. And Kiritich makes the move forward. Very healthy tier 2 down there, but they're prepping themselves, waiting to see what comes around the corner. Oh, double damage rune. Is that Ember Spirit? Yeah, he's going to grab it, bottled up.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Big difference maker. You can clear out mid-wave, apply pressure in multiple lanes.
Squadix was not in that fight. That just happened. He came in slightly late, got that one slight off, and you know, just didn't even pop a BKB, didn't bother committing to a fight. Larl needs his BKB desperately. 500 gold away. This silence has killed him off 2 times.
Synchronized carry BKB timing, Troll and the Faceless Void both collecting theirs at the same time.
Tower is under attack.
So MKB into Skadi for the Void. A little while to wait till next Roshan as well, which both teams will start to think about and prep in the coming minutes. Vision is key, as always. And you just know Miposhka and FNG are going to be hammering that point home.
Radiant's bottom tower
Two of the best
is under
warders in the
attack.
game. Double smoke picked up by the Phoenix, so they're getting ready to make that move. The third one he bought as well. It's like, buy out all the smokes.
Oh, look at all those mines that FNG placed. You're not going through those gates without dying. And he's also protecting it. Roshan will be on Radiant's side.
And here's the move.
They will smoke. Double BKB timing that you talked about. Make it triple
Are scanning.
with one on Primal Beast from before.
Who's going to show, though? Who's out on the map? Miposhka, D-Ward, re-smoke. VP sat down, bottom right-hand corner. No Roche for at least 35 seconds, though. Looks like they're heading towards Twin Gate. Might appear back up top lane. Currently just sat around. A little bit of terrain that they can use to their
Dire's middle
advantage.
tower is under
Little bits of high ground and staircases they can play with. It's Team Spirit repurposing their efforts, coming back down to bottom to clear out the wave.
All right, calm
Collapse.
down, FNG. What is this? Like, this is literally 15 mines here.
It's a little spooky over there. Might have to have a quick read of the Geneva Convention if he keeps up at this rate. Can't have this many mines on the map. Some illegal stuff going on. 1 minute 30 for Roche. These kind of situations, always so funny to watch. Both teams itching for a fight, ready to go. And Roche is just biding his time. Being very patient, waiting to go. Is that third smoke? So yeah, Miposhka bought 3 smokes. Smoked to mid, warded, re-smoked, back down to bot, and re-smoke a third time for the long wraparound. All the way through the Lotus Pool, not spotted by VP.
Here they
Kiritich
come.
waiting in the pit. 2 heroes are out on the map, right? Nature's Prophet and the Ember have shown themselves mid and top. Potential here for Spirit to get a quick blow up on someone.
They
Lal
do have
scouting.
Remnant. He can TP in.
He can.
Yatoro is scouting.
Mines are there. Collapse. Oh, getting tagged by a couple. Ember Spirit, the ping on his Remnant. He says, guys, I can join. Jumps in. Immediate slight chains and then back up. Tiny illusions.
Tiny. With the illusion rune, they cleared half of the mines already.
Oh, another smoke. Oh, yeah, Moonlight Shadow. Another smoke, basically. Invis to put themselves back in position. It is just relentless from Spirit. Moving step by step, slowly filtering forward, clearing the mines, jumping with Lol, toss back, trying to get the catch, kill him off, noticed half HP as Yatoro opens up. Kiritich moves in and then jumps back with a reverse time walk. Noticed still alive, but gets caught out by Collapse now. Finally, the Centaur gonna get finished off, but Lol, he's getting taken down by Kiritich on the right-hand side. The Faceless Void BKB'd up and still has Chrono. Ember and Prophet eyeing up this collapsed Primal Beast, but Yatoro's back in. Squad's got to be careful, and Kiritich doesn't want to spend Chrono.
He's trying
just
to
yet.
pick, but no
He's going to get
BKB.
pulverized. Caught an arrow, Sunray down, and Team Spirit got the big target. Faceless Void out of things, and Techies follows. Team Spirit, easy as you
you're
like.
not getting
Getting
out of
the
this
route,
one.
stops the Prophet, mid-TP. He will get a kill with the help of Squadix on the way out of here. But 4 down on VP, and Ember Spirit, where's he gone? Remnant, up towards the Lotus Pool. Arrow, that's just a little projectile hit from the Mirana, not a sacred arrow. But Roshan now belongs to Team Spirit with Troll heading straight in there.
Yatoro went completely ham in that fight. Laurel kind of sacrificing himself, getting in, pretty much detonating all those mines, getting a toss back onto Centaur, forcing Yatoro to use his BKB, but so did the Faceless Void. So that means that both of them do not have it, and Yatoro doesn't flinch. Faceless Void blinks in, blinks out with the shard. He was tempting to maybe get that Battle Trance out of Troll, and then later he's going to use the Chrono, but yeah, Yatoro very patient.
She's very patient overall by the entirety of Spirit, right? There's a quadruple smoke into Moonlight Shadow. Squadix losing a lot of his mana pool there. Having to spend it to evade the jump from Laurel's Tiny. And back to even. 24-24. A mild lead for Team Spirit. 3k, not too much in it. And yeah, Roshan's banner, the flag in the middle lane. It could cause problems, continually just pushing these bigger, stronger creeps forward towards tier 2.
Yeah, we've seen it today earlier, how strong it is. You're trying to force a fight on the other side. Those banner creeps will do the job. FNG gets the shard from Tormi. Reactive Taser upgraded, so it's going to be quite a lot of damage. You can use it on your allies. But then again, if you use it close to Troll, he can dispel himself. So Aghanim Scepter, this item, very underrated on Troll.
Yeah, it can absolutely surprise you in what it can do and accomplish.
Such a low cooldown, 4 seconds.
And just keep dispelling yourself, opponents, whatever you want to. Squadix, they've pinged him. They're scanning him. Can they find him?
There
Walks
it is.
Across, scan turns red, jump in from Eposhka with the Hex. They've got the catch and all the stuns in the world. Should be able to chain this together. Maybe not. I thought the Pulverize would come. Not able to find him.
Manages to get out of trouble for a BKB charge. 9-second BKB. I think he should be pretty happy about this one. Collapse, trying to pick up Rune, but Sayush, he was already there. Power of NP. Who is scaling. Like, he's going for Hex, he's going for Bloodthorn. Dishing out some serious right clicks.
He's ahead of the Tiny. Gathering all the farmers.
Phoenix will take over Tiny with one more kill. If Tiny dies in the middle of a fight, Eposhka's having a blast of a game.
Yeah, he sure is. So, position 4 Tiny. Position 2 Phoenix. Get that farm priority, buddy. You deserve it. Laurel definitely going to be dishing out some serious damage, though, as this game progresses. You can scale into that Kanda, the Aghanim Scepter, post-BKB. What's next up for the big boys? Void and Troll. What are their key items to kind of turn the tides for Kiritich or keep the onslaught going for Troll?
Well, Troll's getting closer to his level 25. I see Swift Blink coming out. Faceless Void, only level 20. Needs that MKB desperately. So he can actually hit Troll.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Nice gem pickup as well by Mira. Always like to see this. Get that vision control. Some sneaky wards being placed out here. Like the arrow across, yeah, spots the nifty little one I think FNG has found. And a couple of deep observers from Team Spirit, top into mid. They are Radiant side, and we've seen this inclination from Radiant teams to push out top lane. Now, like you were saying, it just feels more comfortable, right? Less angles of attack and wrap around to stop you in your pushes.
Shadows take us.
For now,
Okay, another Moonlight Shadow. This has been used really well throughout the game. Kiritich needs to back off. Ooh, if he was clicking somewhere else, that arrow would have landed. With no buyback. Needs to find some good neutral item for himself. Gonna be Ninja Gear, MKB finish, so extra agi, some move speed, and of course the self-smoke.
Very irritating though when you've got Ember and Prophet, side lane split pushing, cutting waves. Very irritating fellas out there, causing some map problems for Team Spirit. Well, Laurel does get a courier snipe there, noticed, losing out on his. And Virtus.pro kind of tucked away in their base right now. A little afraid to come out and meet this Aegis Troll. But once they see top lane, Troll Warlord is out there on his own. Mid lane, they've moved back, and bot lane, they showed one. Virtus.pro knows that as a 5-man unit, they could have that numbers advantage and get a pick off here. A big one on Laurel, potentially, as he wanders around under his own vision, seeing who's coming, blinks back, and that will give away to FNG that there was a high ground observer ward.
Both teams having gems, so there's going to be a lot of vision taken out. Another smoke from Team Spirit. Moonlight Shadow ready in 30. Lotus Orbs available as well. One being built by Miposhka, one done by Mira.
Ooh. Ember showed with a sleight of fist on that mid-wave. That would be a great target to go on if they can burst him pre-BKB, and this wraparound could pay off big time for Team Spirit. They come up the staircase, walking up the ramp. Mira shows on the left. Jump in from Laurel, trying to have a toss and combo into Noticed. That's the tanky Centaur, though. On the right-hand side, Collapse, getting the jump onto the Faceless Void. The combo's not going to come because Kiritich got off his BKB. Now the Chrono landing in. The Phoenix finished off as well. Good silence to kill off Miposhka. The Chrono onto this Troll Warlord. They're pinging Yatoro.
He got hit by an arrow.
Can he get himself out of here with a battle trance and a turn around? He's too low and he's finished off. Squadix with a triple kill. Collapse, the only one really left in this fight. And he's being chased down by Kiritich. Blinks away to try and escape. TPing home now, but VP.
They
Amazing.
did not allow Yatoro to ham this fight. He lands a Chrono, gets out of the Chrono, kills one target, goes back, and again, Squadix, he's had an amazing game so far. You get hit by a Mage Slayer, your spell damage is not gonna be there, especially on Tiny. Sure, Tiny deals some right-click, one of the reasons why he's going for this build, so that he doesn't rely on Avalanche and Toss, but massive team fight for Virtus.pro.
Yeah, now they're on the enemy high ground, pushing tier 3. Incredible stuff from them. You've got to say, Laurel looking at these initiations, going on the Centaur, difficult hero to burst down. Then he gets tagged by this Mage Slayer. That silence, though. Nature's Prophet has been on point, finding exactly who he needs. Phoenix was the key target in that fight, for sure.
Also, Spirit Vessel. The tankier you are, the more damage you're going to take from that item. Another initiation collapses in. Not the target that you want to go for. Nice play from Notice. He blocks the arrow, so doesn't hit Faceless Void.
Very nicely done. And they'll finish off this barracks, it looks like. Squadix gonna take it down. Bottom lane gone as well, thanks to Sayush. BKB TP out from the Prophet. And Team Spirit a racks and a half down. Arcane Rune has spawned down south as well. And Kiritich, he's the one to grab it. Ember Spirit not able to come here and bottle it up, sadly.
Yeah, Kiritich, he's had enough of these shenanigans when they initiate with him with either Dive Hex or just Primal Beast blanking in, using ulti on him. So next item will be Lincoln Sphere. That's the only way he dies. If he gets chain stunned to death, they don't have any saving abilities. Pretty much, there's a Force Staff, maybe a drop down a Taser, try to use Stampede. And also noticed he does have Lincolns, so they know where the real threat's coming from.
All right.
Big solo kill. 1,100 gold for Yatoro.
That's honestly amazing. That's a support profit, but yeah, you're looking at his net worth, makes a lot of sense.
That's not a support profit. He's top 5 right now. Might take over Collapse in the next few minutes. Okay.
Definitely could. A minute and a half till Roche, and that's what both teams are vying for control over right now. Double scan, Dire looking to the right, Radiant looking to see who's coming. Laurel and Miposhka leading out. Courier over the top. Squadix, he's been spotted. Blink and the stomp, and the Phoenix is gone. Chrono, it's out here as well. Collapse stuck inside with Laurel, the Tiny in trouble. The Yatoro from the left trying to come in and fight. He's been rooted up and caught. Half HP. Yatoro's dead with no buyback for them. Team Spirit getting shredded. The Virtus.pro Bear, the plow in action, carving through the snow, killing off dragons. Looking incredibly hot here in game 1 as Roshan's going to emerge and, in a minute, give himself over to them.
Their heroes are also super tanky. The Centaur blinks in with the Lincoln Sphere, and now Faceless Void does have Lincoln Sphere of his own, plus almost level 25, the backtrack talent, so extremely difficult to burst down. It comes down to, I would say, impact of a position 4, what they are going to be able to do, how much they've done so far. It's Mirana. This Hero doesn't really scale that much. He's landed some really good arrows, but compared to Nature's Prophet, he's been all over the place. Now has a full Hex, has Orchid, who controlled Tiny a few times, delaying some of his items, especially BKB, so they couldn't synchronize it. Mira.
Hiding in the trees. Does have a little cloak to help out. But yeah, Mirana has very much felt like a Moonlight Shadow user, and that's about it.
Radiant's middle barracks.
Roshan is up as Kiritich takes down that secondary building in the mid lane. Sayers waiting in the pit, scouting things out for his team. Now a 9k lead for VP. Starting to really develop this map, develop the Void. Troll is still top net worth, but Ember Spirit hopping and skipping up there as well in second place. Getting some massive items, and you said it, SquadX has had a spectacular game. I can't believe this Prophet's going to have Bloodthorn soon, honestly.
For now, saving a buyback. It's exactly what you need on NP. Come back to a fight. Maybe you get bursted from 100 to 0. Come back with the BKB, Hex, Orchid. Needs a little bit of extra gold, 220. Would definitely love to have that before the next fight starts. The lanes are being pushed in. The mid lane, they know exactly where they are.
Oh, for sure. I mean, if there's something that Team Spirit are good at, though, it's teamfight execution. If they're able to get this perfect jump with Collapse showing further to the north, sees SquadX coming in. The positioning from VP here is too good. Noticed on the high ground, SquadX Ember spamming out. Gets the dodge away from the troll. Now Yatoro has shown himself to the chain stuns coming in from VP. They're trying to bait him. Avalanche Toss going to chuck him around. SquadX remnanting around to the left and then the right, dodging away from Yatoro's troll again.
They baited both BKB and his ulti.
Out. Battle Trance wasted, BKB used, and now the Chrono from Kiritich is going to secure the kill on the troll. Lights out for Yatoro, troll down. Team Spirit looking worse for wear as Sayush has soloed Miposhka on the left-hand side. Kiritich going to chase Lol now with the rest of the team. Collapses in, trying to do what he can. Struggling to do damage and stick on a target, though, is noticed, and Kiritich dances around him. Pirouetting over this primal beast. The dinosaur is done for. No chance remaining for Team Spirit. They get wiped, and GG called. VP victorious in game 1.
Wow, this game was pretty even for a really long time. The score was like 17-17. Virtus.pro, they dismantled the lanes with this Nature's Prophet pick. I think coming into the second game, you definitely need to ban it. You might pick it yourself.